Greetings everybody, Kind of Games Online. Welcome back to more Persona Q, Shadow of the Labyrinth. It's been a while since we've been here. Last time, we took down Kronos, and we allowed Zen and Ray to pass on. And in this episode, you might be wondering, what am I doing here? Well, we have a little thing we like to call New Game Plus. So, we're going to be covering that. Now, once you've beaten the game, if you've been playing on the Persona 3 side, it'll say Clear P3 on it. If you've been playing through the Persona 4 side, it'll say Clear P4 on it. If you play through both sides, it'll say Clear P3 and P4. Now, I've already gone through the Persona 4 side, so we're going to go ahead and load up this file. And in New Game Plus, you get to carry over various things. You can carry over your Persona Compendium, which is any personas you've registered and their levels and stats and everything like that. Your party status, what level each party member was, and whether or not their persona is awakened. Your money, which is how much money you had at the end of the game, and items, pretty straightforward. You can choose to carry them over or not. I'm going to be carrying them over. And you can also choose to carry over the map data, which, once again, I will be carrying over. Now, if you want to see the Persona 4 side for yourself, there's other Let's Plays out there of the Persona 4 side. And in addition to that, you can also get the game for yourself. I recommend getting the game for yourself, but I'm not going to say no to you seeing the Let's Play for yourself. But for the sake of this, I'm going to be going through the Persona 3 side again for the bonus video. And what do we need to cover in New Game Plus? There are 3 quests that are New Game Plus exclusive, so we gotta cover those 3 quests. However, to make things more interesting, we are going to be playing this on risky difficulty. You're crazy for choosing this. If the protagonist dies in battle, the game will instantly end. It's super hard too. Very Persona 3/4 style, where if the protagonist dies, game over. I feel like this will make things a bit interesting, which call it me making up for using clear data. You also can't change the difficulty if you choose risky, so I'm stuck in risky, so this is going to be a thing. But let's go ahead and see what those 3 quests are. I'm going to have to play through the entire game again. Gonna have to clear through all the dungeons, which with clear data I can just breeze through them. So let's get to the cutting, and let's take a look at the first of these 3 side quests. Alright, here we are at the nurse's office. Let's go ahead and see these requests. We have time for the finale, defeat the Reaper, and a family affair. We're going to start with defeat the Reaper.
Are you sure you would like to?
Going to accept it.
Thank you for accepting. This quest is...
As the name implies, we have to defeat the Reaper, which, as we know, gave us hell. Or by gave us hell, I mean we had to constantly run from it. Now, if you're going to do any of these 3 requests, if you're just going to do one of them, I recommend you do this one. 1 is probably the easiest of the 3, and yes, defeating the Reaper is the easiest of these 3, that's kind of sad. And 2, the reward is really good, but we'll get into that later. Here's what I've got equipped for this run. I've just got Loki on. There's better personas I could have equipped, but Loki's just there as a filler. I get the HP and SP boost, so that's nice. I'm mainly there for Debilitate, because Debilitate is amazing. Akihiko's got Mahakala. You should already know what Mahakala does by now. Chie's got Yoshitsune, basically the same thing that Mahakala does, just a different move. Yu, he's got Atis, he's basically there as the healer. He's also going to be there to use Heat Riser, and Zen is here because he can remove any debuffs. So, let's head on into the Labyrinth, once again. I will meet you when we see the Reaper. Alright, here we are in the room where the Reaper is. Now, what you want to do, I could run into him now and just initiate the battle, but no. Well, actually, I probably couldn't because he's kind of floating, but What I want to do is I want to move him here. Notice how he's not facing me. This is where you want to initiate the battle with him. Because now,
Please run! Just get out of there now!
we have the initiative. So, we basically get a free turn to do what we want without having to worry about him attacking us. So, the Reaper, he basically has any skill you can think of. Well, at least most of them. So, that is why you cannot underestimate him. He is also very, very strong. Also, very classy with his HP number. It's 13,666. How clever. And I almost used the wrong move. No. We want to use Debilitate, Power Charge, Heat Riser, and then Zen you can just do whatever. So I'm just going to have you do Soul Slice. And we don't have to worry about him attacking. He does get 2 attacks per turn, so that is another thing to worry about. But, as long as we can buff ourselves quickly enough, it shouldn't be much of a worry. Also, Soul Slice, you are getting critical here right off the bat. Everything is good. We also get healing each turn, which is also nice. So, I really don't have much I can do. So, I'm just going to use Hiento. And then Akihiko, Chie, you just do maximum damage. You also power up Chie. And then you just use Soul Slice again. And really, there's not much else you can do. Go ahead and start maximizing our damage. And buffing all of our stats too at that. Seriously, look at that damage! How can you not love that? The Reaper is already almost dead. She's gonna try to fire at me and miss? I'll move it time? Well, Akihiko's weak to that. Okay, that's actually still not that bad. But seriously, how do you expect to win this? It's not a fair fight. Just die.
Leave it to me.
You're probably going down right about now. If not to Akihiko, you're going down before you even get the chance to move again. I can pretty much guarantee that.
Take this.
Is this gonna finish him off? Nope. Alright, Chie. Finish him off. There goes the Reaper. Claim our experience. And that item that I dropped, that material, that's also very important, because if you take that back to Theo, he can make stuff out of it. Specifically, items that will cut all of your stats in half, however, in return, double the amount of experience you get each battle. It is so good. That's how I did a lot of my level training. But let's go ahead and report this request and get our very good item. Beat the Reaper is complete.
Splendidly done.
She gives us an accessory. Not just any old accessory. She gives us the Omnipotence Orb. This is broken. It makes it so you null all attacks except Almighty. So pretty much, unless your opponent knows Megadolion, you cannot be touched. So good. But it is broken, and for that reason, I'm not going to be using it. So, we still have time for the finale and a family affair. Next one we're going to do is time for the finale.
Are you sure you would... I've locked myself up in this room to perform my research. sometimes neglecting to sleep or eat. But at last, it's about to bear fruit. Prepared a place to present those results. May I see your map for a moment? Thank you. You may have it back now. I've used the usual fast disappearing ink for it. Please mark it down for yourself later. I wish to perform the final bout with you there. Just one more slight push so that the ripened fruit falls. That is all that is required. I will battle you with all my might this time. Do not come unless you are fully prepared. Well then, I will be waiting for you.
So, unlike the last quest, this one actually has a prerequisite. Well, technically the Reaper one does have a prerequisite, but it's just to have seen the Reaper in the clock tower, really. The prerequisite for this, I should probably also heal. The prerequisite for this one, you have to complete the quest that requires you to defeat the enemies at the end of each of the 4 labyrinths, and go get the orb thing that Elizabeth tells you about. Those 4 quests. If you've been watching this Let's Play, you should know which ones I'm talking about. And here, that's actually going to be paying off. And I actually did not mean to go back to the final floor. The easiest way to get there is to go to the 1st floor, take the elevator up to the 8th floor, and then just make your way to the room from there. So, I will see you when we get to where Elizabeth is. Alright, here we are.
This is it. The room where Elizabeth is waiting. Hold on a sec. Let me check some... Is this for real? What should we do? She's too strong. We should head back and think up another plan. Don't worry, Rise-chan. I feel like there's nothing we can't overcome. A lot has happened since we were trapped in this world, but we made it this far by working together. That's why I'm sure we'll be fine. Fuku-chan, have you changed a bit? Huh? Do you think so?
So have you, Rise.
Huh? Me? Mm-hmm. I think so too. When we first met, you were so considerate towards me that I felt a bit guilty about it. But I don't feel like that at all anymore. Wait, that's not a good thing. No, it makes me happy, because I feel like we've become friends. Maybe your relationships with people mature at the same time you do. Huh. That's a cheering thought. All right, let's do our best and back up the team. Mm-hmm, we'll do our best. Change of plans. We're gonna beat the crap out of Elizabeth. End of story. That's not a nice way of putting it. But you're right. Let's give this everything we have. Shall we go inside then?
Let's do this.
I've been waiting for you. I will now show you the culmination of my research.
Zeus, I have been called from beyond. They who live to the fullest and win their glory are granted divine fate. They who traverse untrod lands with blistered feet are the blessed ones. Thou art a coward. One who lives not for thyself, but as a lone twig in a fossil's. Lowly sheep, naught but a bawling herd. There is no reward in bindings that serve only to restrict the will. What worth is there in a life led bleeding to others? Yoking them to thy burden as a farmer's ass. Regain thyself, spoiled whelps. Stand with thine own feet, rise with thine own hands. Close not thine eyes, cover not thine ears. Witness, go and stand on thine own legs. Stand firmly on the earth.
Go, everyone!
During this fight against Elizabeth, once again, this time possessed by Zeus. Let's open up with a healing breeze, and very similar to our strategy that we used against the Reaper, we're going to powerhouse this. Also enjoy this song because it's the only time it plays in the entire game.
Time to make my move. Come, got it. Whoa. Yukinagi no Okami. It's all mine.
Suzuka Crockett!
I really like this song, and I hope you guys like it now. It's not my favorite song in the game, but it is still a good song regardless. In any case, Elizabeth herself. She is, well, she has the persona Zeus with her this time. Or rather, it is Zeus with Elizabeth's persona. I don't know, it's confusing. Electric scopes are going to go out primarily, which is bad for Chie, but I think we'll still manage. We just want to throw out everything we have. However, Zeus, I am going to probably flip back and forth between referring to her as Zeus and Elizabeth, because
Dost thou understand it not? What is to be gained from these tactic brotherhoods? They are not a boon, but a millstone.
alrighty then. She's still got a few other tricks up her sleeve, so we'll see if she ends up using those tricks or not. I would like her to use those tricks, but at the same time, I kinda just want to obliterate her. Which, that is entirely possible. Let's see. Because she has one strategy that you really need to watch out for. Where what she does, well, I'll actually hold off for a bit in case we don't see it. Well, we might see it, we might not. And that's why I'm holding off on. And Mogadolion, really? Really right now? But it doesn't look like we're gonna see it, unfortunately. How much health do you even have?
I begin to see. Thy power may stem not from tepid brotherhoods. Whether they could be called bonds is yet to be tested. Show me.
She does have one attack that you need to watch out for if you're playing this on your own. Where she will basically, I don't even remember what the attack's name is, but basically what happens is she's going to deal a massive amount of electric damage to you unless you guard. That is pretty much the only way you're going to survive. Even at as high levels as I'm at. But regardless, Zeus is going down. Or maybe not. It looks like we have no choice but to see that. It looks like Elizabeth is not giving in. Guys, the fight is not nearly as simple as you might think it is. It leads me to believe we might actually see this after all. Dear Rahan! Just when you thought it was over.
It's all mine.
So now we basically need to restart the entire fight. So let's throw down our healing grease for that reason. We'll go ahead. We gotta throw everything back up, basically, is what just happened. So we're gonna start working on that. Because we might end up seeing that one trick I was talking about after all.
Leave it to me.
And it is a thing that you need to really be careful of.
Come, aside.
I don't think I've stressed this enough, but we're gonna be seeing it. At least most likely. Let's just go ahead and get ourselves buffed back up again. We have a silent song. And this is why I brought Zen along, by the way. On top of the muscle down. Oh great, Chie's got the muscle down. That's what I wanted to see. Well, at least Akihiko can still get his attack off.
Leader, you
So,
can use physical attacks now. Please be careful.
I'll do that. I could attack, but that's gonna take away my power charge, so Chie, you can just guard. And this is also why I brought Zen along, because he's got Be Calm. Remove all binds to one row. Let's go ahead and get rid of those binds. Just like that.
Time to make my move.
Let's go ahead and deal some more damage, especially after that power charge. And a Hero Gemini at that. This is why you use Hero Gemini in combination with moves like Dance by Caber or Hatotobi or hell, even Myriad Arrows! So, that is a sign that you gotta be careful. Really careful. So we're gonna do just that and be very careful. When she does this, advice, defend. And we're gonna do that. Uranus. Note that as a multi-hit move, and look at how much damage it did to you with one attack. On top of the fact he already resists. Yeah, that is not something to be taken lightly. And that is definitely, that is the thing you gotta watch out for. You already have a power charge up, Akiko. Yep. Excuse me. You don't. Actually, yeah, his debilitate's gonna fall off, so that's gonna be the first thing. If we do that, Akiko throws up a power charge. Chie uses Hatotobi. You will go ahead and throw up a Heat Riser on Akihiko as his is about to run out. Then you use Soul Slice. And this Charukaja, really? Okay. Well, I guess it gives me an excuse to use, gives me an excuse to use Dekaja. Or you could be power charging as well, and I might want to try to be careful. That might also be a viable thing. In any case, Chie, do lots of damage. And even more damage because you got the Heroic Gemini. Awesome. I could try to brute force this. How much health? I might be able to brute force it, but really, when she's power charged, I am definitely going to be guarding because I don't know what to expect. Rampage, yeah. Well, I guess that guarding was kind of pointless. The only person who took damage in all that was you, who took a whopping 42 damage. Well then, okay then. Let's just finish up with this fight. Just go all out with all of our abilities.
Leave it to me.
Well struck.
Good bout. Can't wait for the next one.
Impressive. I have borne witness to thy power. The bonds thou hast formed are built upon true conviction in thy hearts. Thou standest well strong. The world thou knowest is different from mine own, but our origins are like in nature. I beseech thee to visit my world some bright and shining day. 'Tis a land of odyssey and exploration. In the shade of Yggdrasil, each follows his own path. Battle, death, and glory alike are common in that land. Take hold of the eternal exaltation there for thyself, for thou hast already wrested thy freedom. I shall await thee there.
What was I doing? It felt as if a tremendous power was coursing through me. This inexpressible sense of fulfillment, the radiance of life that I do not possess, was a serendipitous moment. My, this is... I would like to speak with you later regarding this power. Well then, I go ahead of you back to the nurse's office. Please don't forget to stop by.
Well, that happened. Let's head on back, and let's report that request. Elizabeth? Here.
Thank you for partaking in my request to summon Zeus. Calling down this Zeus was my objective. Ever since we fell to this world, I had been sensing an unusual presence. That is why I set up a lab and went on with my research into the unknown presence. May I interrupt for a moment? If there was such a strong reading, I think even I would have been able to detect it. You are absolutely correct. But you are assuming that Zeus had been sealed in this world, when in fact, he had been shut out of it. I didn't realize this myself until I discovered that distortion for the first time in the Velvet Room. Shut out? The spheres collected from those distortions are artifacts closely connected to Zeus. By gathering all the spheres, I thought it might be possible to call Zeus into this world. That is why I made those requests to you. I believe you know the rest. I had sensed tremendous power in Zeus's presence from the very beginning. Even if I had chanced upon Zeus, simply handing him to you would be too dangerous. There is a fear that a powerful enough persona can overtake one's ego. Indeed, you saw it happen to me. That is why I had to test to see if you were strong enough to safely call upon Zeus.
I see.
However weak you once were is a thing of the past. By diving into the labyrinth, finding the truth, and carrying out requests, you grew ever stronger. Strong enough that even Zeus himself was forced to acknowledge it. I sense with my own eyes, and feel in my bones. People are capable of changing however they wish. Please take this. It is the evidence of a blessing left to me.
Get the blessed loincloth.
It's a symbol that's quite fitting for the god Zeus, who loved freedom and women. With this, you will be capable of using Zeus as a persona. And with that, my primary research has happily reached its end. I hope that we may meet again someday. Or so I am led to believe, I should say. Don't worry, though. I will remain the master of this nurse's office. The usual requests, and the care of your physical and mental health, will go on as normal. Please feel free to come by at any time.
So we have the ability to fuse Zeus now. What do you say? First I should probably heal, because, you know, why not? Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's head to the Velvet Room once again.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. You came at the perfect time. Elizabeth came by earlier and told me about her research. The persona named Zeus you've acquired, and the Kronos whose power created this world. These two are closely related in a certain mythology. This world is obviously unrelated to the mythos, but I thought you might as well know their story. Kronos, or Cronus as he was also called, reaped life and time itself with his scythe. He was a heartless destroyer, known and feared as an icon of death. He was also extremely savage, to the point where there is a legend of him devouring his own children. In this legend, it is said that Zeus was one of Cronus's children.
In which case, wouldn't Zeus have been devoured too?
No, quite the contrary. Zeus avoided that fate. Zeus slayed Cronus with his own hands. Perhaps that is why people's image of Zeus is the exact opposite of Cronus's. In other words, he is an icon of life. This is most likely the reason why Zeus couldn't enter this world. An icon of life is anathema to the world created by an icon of death. But due to your presence here in this world of death, the circumstances were changed.
It's because of us?
Since you are on the side of life, in a way you are icons of life just as Zeus is. You resonated with each other, making it possible to call Zeus into this world. How about it? Doesn't that sound like a sensible theory?
I'd say so, yes.
Well, it's all just a guess of mine. The myth and this world are completely separate from each other. But who am I to declare that? Personas appear from the sea of the soul, and man created all myths. It was man's yearning which gave birth to them after all. In any case, the persona Zeus can be fused here now. As you might expect, it's quite powerful. So why not give it a try?
Why don't we give it a try?
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
First, I need to get some fusion materials. Namely, some of the higher level judgment personas, because Zeus is in fact a judgment persona. That should be good enough. And I want to get one other persona. This will make sense in a bit. I want to get Seth. So, fusion search. We have Warrior Zeus. Let's go ahead and give you the skills. I might actually use you, so I want to give you some sensible skills. Actually, I really don't need to give you Zeodyne. Give you Dragon Cry and Short. Well, actually, I might be able to find a better combination to give you better skills. Give you Medea Rahan, Mabufudyne. What can I do with this combination? Medea Rahan, Mabufudyne. I think I'm gonna go with this combination. Medea Rahan. Well. Okay. Sorry. Just looking at things. I think I'll take the Dragon Cry. And then Bufudyne. And I guess Gale Link. There's really no point for me to put Zeodyne on there because I'm gonna be learning Ma Zeodyne. And here is Warrior Zeus. Now, even better, if you have Warrior Zeus and Seth, you can fuse Zeus. And Zeus has an exclusive skill, Kirionis, or however you want to pronounce it. 6 heavy elect attacks against random targets. I'd say that's friggin' good. I'm going to give you... What am I going to give you? I guess I can give you Myriad Arrows. And what else? I'll also give you Medea Rahan. But 2 incredible personas. I'd say they're definitely worth it. And with that... we have every persona in Persona Q Shadow of the Labyrinth. We get the Velvet License. Now the discount has been reduced by 25%. We get 25% discount. Yay! So we still can't use this free of charge, but now 100%. That feels so good to see right now. But are we done yet?
I-
Nope, not yet. Next time on Persona Q, Shadow of the Labyrinth, we have one final quest to take on. A family affair. The most difficult quest in the entire game. See you guys then.